click that, and then it'll bring you to the front, and that way I'll see you have a question. It's not that I'm treating you like you're children in a classroom. It's just that that's just how the easiest way to get my attention is. I've got some slides at the beginning with some information for you, and then at the end there'll be a longer spot for questions and answers, and not just related to our material day, but maybe if you have other questions that'll benefit the group. And if you do have like specific questions that, you know, just for your specific client that are not, you know, contained to the group, we will get your name and number, and we'll follow up with you afterwards, you know, so you can have that one-on-one conversation, so you don't have to have everybody all in your client's personal business or yours. So there is a poll, just a temperature check. We just kind of want to know where you are, where you're feeling. The answers are anonymous, so don't worry about, you know, your name's not going to be up there or anything like that. And I just wanted to get a kind of a general feel about how you're feeling about the market right now and everything. So thank you. We are going to get started, and let's roll. So thriving in challenging times, because these are certainly challenging times, and a new market and a new everything, and we're very much aware of that. And so we're going to get started. So this is our team, and Jeff, do you want to introduce, or do you want me to today? You want to unmute yourself? Hold on, I'm going to unmute Jeff so he can introduce us. Do you want to introduce everybody?
Yep. Anyway, glad to have Adam Barnes is joining us right now. He is my business partner, and he talks to your clients. Clients love him, and he is very detailed oriented. We've been working together for, I don't know, Adam, I keep saying 8 years, but maybe it's longer.
Oh, it's got to be longer.
Is it longer?
Almost 10 years now.
Now 10 years, okay.
Almost, yep.
Almost 10 years. So very fortunate to have him on team, big part of it. And he is awesome. I also have Donna, who's not on the call. She's our awesome processor. Very, I don't know, over 20 years experience. And she actually picks up the phone and talks to your clients versus just emailing them, and very, very experienced. Then we have Keena Jones. She's our marketing manager. She can help you out with any marketing that you guys need. She does tons of marketing also for our clients and follow-ups, and helps you guys get referrals from your clients. So big part of our team. She's been, I keep saying she's been with me for about 6 months, but maybe it's getting closer to a year because losing track of time. And then we have Jennifer Singh, who is my business relationship manager. She's awesome. She's great at these seminars. She loves to educate people and educate you, so you know what's going on with our market. And I'll let Jen take it away. And thanks for allowing us to have the Zoom meeting with you.
Well, thank you. And I think Jeff, I will be working with Jeff now 5 years, like in the next week or so. So, yay, good things are happening here. And so there's our team. And I really wanted Adam and Keena to get on here because they're not always at our meetings or our training events, so that you can put a face with a name. So glad to have them. So today I'd love for you to share your ideas. These are uncharted waters, as you are all very much aware of. And so therefore, we're all in this, learning this together. And so these are some great ideas that I've gotten from some of you. These are some great ideas I've gotten from other agents across the country, and some other loan officers across the country, just what is working in their area. So that's why I'm sharing those today. There is, you know, some safety things. I am not a medical professional. I do not play a doctor on TV. So talk to your doctor if you have medical questions and safety questions. These are just some general overviews I've heard from other agents, like I said. I encourage you, I heard a great friend of mine say the other day that there's a quote by Anthony Robbins that has been kind of guiding her thinking, and has really helped her change her mindset from one of hug to opportunity. And that is, I know I can't do XYZ, but what can I do? And so you focus on the things that you can do versus the things that you can't. And that's just a powerful way of training your own thinking and opening up your mind to new ideas and new thinking. And so I charge you that when you get frustrated, and you probably will at some point with this changing market, because things are changing so quickly, I encourage you to use that as your guideline there. So we'll start with some ideas for promoting your listings that we've been seeing. Obviously, Facebook Live open houses work great. I know Gail Lee did one with her team recently that went very well because it became more of an event, and she had it advertised as coming out, and it was more of an event versus just having the virtual tour online. Really helped get a lot more eyes on it than it would have had she just posted it as a video, and people could interact and ask questions. And one of the things, if you are going to do something like this, I highly recommend is seeding your audience. Have some family and friends get on when they are going to be showing this and intentionally ask questions. The more questions that are asked, the more Facebook reads that as people having interest in what you're doing. And so it'll pop up on more people's feeds, more of your friends' feeds, more people who follow your page's feed. And so you'll get a lot more eyes on that. Virtual tours, of course, these became kind of commonplace, 5 years ago? So, but now I think they're just about mandatory in this day and age, and with everything going on. YouTube tours, you can also use these the same way you do Facebook Live. Just set a debut time, because YouTube now has the opportunity of just, you don't have to post it anytime, like when the video is done. You can post this at a certain time. So you're going to get more views if you post it. You can Google it. I'll try to see it out of the calendar. There are certain times that are very well known that you should post things within YouTube, because they're more likely to get more views. And so when you're doing that, don't schedule, if you wrap up that video, you finally got it looking exactly how you want for YouTube, but it's 11 o'clock on a Saturday night, that's not the time to post it, because you will not get as many views as if you maybe post it 10 o'clock on Monday morning. That used to be a very popular time, 10 o'clock Monday morning, by the way. I'm going to check that, though, and see, in light of so many people working from home and telecommuting now, if those times change, because I want to get you the most up-to-date information about that. Next, have your clients partner with you. Make sure they are sending out this link to their neighbors and say, hey, we're moving. I know you want some good people to move in this house, and so you have great neighbors. Can you please share this with anybody you know who might be interested? Make sure they're posting this on Facebook. If they're listing their house right now, they want to move, and they need to move, most likely. A lot of people are not moving because it's optional right now. They're moving because they need to, because they're relocating or such. So let your clients partner with you, because organic kind of talk, that organic marketing is more powerful than just anything you can pay for. Another thing you can do when you share a new listing on social media, ask people to leave comments, and then do a drawing from everybody who leaves comments, because that's a great way to get a lot more interaction. And Facebook works based on interaction. You know that. I know that, because if Facebook sees somebody who's leaving, 15 comments, they're far more likely to respond to that and keep sharing that. And so, do a $25 Amazon do a $25 Amazon raffle for an Amazon gift card, or a $25 Instacart, one of the services that people are using a lot these days. And then also, share positive stories about if things are going well for your listings. If you get a house sold, if you have a listing right now and it's got multiple, share that, because I think people really need to hear that to help overcome the fear because very much so, houses still are selling, and there's still at times in some places there were multiple offers on listings. And so people just need to hear that to help operate out of a space of not fear. We'll just say that. Anybody else have anything you're doing real creative right now to market your listings that you want to share with the group? Anybody else? Anybody? I'll just make sure I don't have anybody here. So this is a new time, and I encourage you, if you do come up with something really cool, please share it with me, because I would love to share it with everybody, just because we're all learning this together.
I have been boosting my listing,
Yes.
and I have been getting several leads.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So are you doing an ad or just the boosted listing, Judy?
I'm doing an ad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's through our CRM, our platform that we
Yes.
have. So it's been so far I've gotten about 20 in the past. Week, I've gotten about 20 or so leads.
That's awesome. If this is a great time for, if you have never done marketing on Facebook, this is an excellent time to try it out. You can do Facebook marketing very inexpensively to start. Also, right now, most places charge you more depending on what kind of ad you do. Like, they're going to charge you more for a video ad versus a photo ad versus a text ad. Right now, Facebook doesn't have any differentiation between those. So get a video out there. It's going to get more eyes on it, because Facebook really wants to encourage video marketing right now. And so get that video out there. It's going to be, you can start very inexpensively as a trial and see what works and what doesn't work. One of the things you can do is do an ad campaign with like 3 different ads, and it'll show you what's working, what's not working. And so that way, you know, when you're working on your next video or your next ad for Facebook, what you should go more of and what less of, because what got more eyes on it.
Well, I'm going to be doing starting next week, I'm going to be doing a contest. So I'm anxious to see how that goes. It's going to be you know how more people are staying at home now, and they have their home offices. To like share their photos of their home offices, and they will win like a gift card to like Lowe's or Home Depot.
That's perfect.
Because a lot of people are doing the home projects now that they're staying at home.
Yes. Very much so. That's it's very relevant. It's very timely. And it's a great way to get a lot more interaction on your page than you would otherwise. So congratulations on a fabulous idea there.
Thank you.
And let's see. So moving on past listing houses. First and foremost, you want your client to be pre-approved and really comfortable with their payment. You don't want to take risk right now for houses that are not even in the realm of possibility. We're still working hard. Adam's there. You can see instead of a home office, Adam right now has a deck office. So have your clients reach out to Adam, or Jeff will get them connected to Adam, and we will get them prepared. And one of the conversations Adam has a lot of is, what are you comfortable with your payment? Because you may qualify for a lot more on paper than you do actually feel comfortable paying for, because it doesn't, our algorithms don't take place, when we're determining, how much you qualify, the max amount. It doesn't take in, okay, are you caring for maybe an elderly adult? Are you paying for daycare? Are you whatever you're paying for? And so Adam is very good about having that conversation with your clients. So not only are they pre-approved for that amount, they're comfortable paying that amount. And that way you're not showing them, $500,000 houses if they only actually feel comfortable paying for $400,000. Narrow those houses down insist that your clients, watch video tours or drive by the house first before making an appointment. You don't want to show a house and you pull up in the neighborhood and spend your time and energy and they look and go, oh, I'm not living next to somebody who has a pink house, whatever it is, So assist your clients do these things, do them beforehand. And we all know, yes, Maggie.
What about right now with people that are, having their hours cut or are, basically a lot of offices are firing their employees so they can actually get unemployment. How is that affecting their ability to qualify? Like somebody that was pre-qualified before all this started and now their hours have been cut.
We'll have to qualify them based on the new amount.
Exactly.
And, we always have to do a verification of income, a verification of employment. And so we do that at the beginning of the process. And then we do it, Jeff, or Adam, is it 3 days beforehand? We do just with 3 days before they close, we do or week before the last verification of employment?
Right. Has to be done within 10 days of settlement, and it's typically done within 5 days of settlement just to ensure that everybody is still employed. It's not a re-verification of income. We are not touching base to ensure that everyone's still getting paid the same amounts, just to ensure that everybody's still gainfully employed. We have seen a lot of updates in the market nowadays regarding to income and reduced hours, employment, etc. But as you can imagine, it's going to be based off of their current income, right? So if there have been reduced hours, etc., then that's what would be used to qualify.
Okay, so some of my folks are just going to have to wait until they're, I've got a couple of people that are in the healthcare, but they're in dental hygiene and the dentist office are all closed. They're not fired. They're just not getting any income because they're not working. So they're just going to have to wait until who knows when they get back to work. Okay.
And really encourage them to be honest with us because.
Oh, yeah.
Because otherwise they're going to get into a situation that will be bad for them. And so the more honest they are, the more we can work and help figure things out. And it could be we figure out you need to wait till your hours are back up. So, did you have anything else to add? Okay. You said everything, Adam? Okay.
Sure. So we have been working with many people who are in similar situations, doctors' offices, what have you. And so what we're preparing them for is that when they do return to work, what they'll do is just obtain a brief one-letter statement from their employer just to stipulate exactly what their hours are now, that they are gainfully employed, whether it's full-time, anything else, and then that should suffice for underwriting. So something very short and sweet will work for us.
So are they going to be asking for the 2 pay cycles or just more like this letter saying, yes, we're back to work?
Right. Letter saying we're back to work and stipulating what the hours are. So as long as they are salaried or hourly with a minimum number of hours received, then that will work. If it's varying hours, then yes, that could be an issue and we might have to wait until they've worked X amount of pay periods to use their hourly income. But again, if there is some minimum number of hours that they are required to work, then we can at least use that.
Okay, thank you.
Good stuff. Be firm and polite about safety, though. Wear your gloves. Insist your clients wear gloves. Keep their hands off things. Don't shake two hands. If you're a hugger, this is not the time to be a hugger, of course. Don't get too close because you're worried about being rude. Boundaries are the kind thing now. And it's a new normal. And I think it's a new learning experience for us all. I know it's just so ingrained in so many of us to shake hands or hug somebody always when you greet them. And the kinder thing is not now. So find your own way. This is actually mine. I think this is mine. Instead of shaking, always I'm like, hey, nice to see you. What to do about children? I wouldn't let somebody take children into a house right now because they just touch things. And I love my children, but they're petri dishes sometimes. And so I encourage you to say, the minimum number of people you could take through the home, the better. And children would not be a part of that conversation. Maggie, yes.
Sorry, Maryland Realtors actually came out with some guidelines
Mhm.
just a couple days ago, and they actually want 3 people in the house, including the agent. So it's
Mhm.
really the agent and typically the
Mhm.
couple that's going through.
Right.
And then one of the things I've asked for, like my seller or in occupied houses, is to ask the seller to leave all the lights on and all the doors open. And that way you're not having to open bathroom doors and closet doors and things like that. And that way
I,
less people are touching. And I've also requested that people showing in my houses that only the agent touch anything, so that
Mhm.
they are sanitized and only they touch anything. So it just minimizes people touching stuff.
Right. Vicky Capone, she's a agent around and local agent, great agent. She actually shared this sign with me. And I highly recommend, if you have a listing, to print this out, which is the same thing that Maggie just shared about, all the doors are open, all the lights are on. And I encourage you to have this up for inspectors. My sister actually is down in North Carolina, and the appraisers there are still doing in-home appraisers, and she's going through a refi right now. So she actually printed this up for the appraiser. Came into their house. Just cut off the Remax part, because you're getting a refi. But the same thing about just keep hands and keep your hands to yourselves, please. Try to do as many virtual showings as possible. I think somebody we know, one of our clients right now, they have only seen the house virtually. They have not actually been inside the house. They're moving from out of state, I believe. Is that correct, Adam? Do we have somebody? I know we had somebody last year that, they moved from, I think, England or something, and they never went in the house. And lastly, if the seller doesn't feel comfortable with people in their house, maybe they are, whatever reason, ask if they feel comfortable with their personal agent in their house, and maybe the personal agent could do a video tour with that client, with your client. And so you could ask questions and you could, those type of things. And that way, they might have some more trust for their own agent versus, outside people coming in at any time. Like I said, the sign, feel free, if you want a copy of it, I'll be glad to share it. Provide gloves and Lysol and hand sanitizer and wipes at the entrance, shoe coverings, to encourage people to make those precautions. If your house is unoccupied, make sure you put soap and hand towel, or soap and paper towels at every sink to encourage hand washing. And encourage the sellers to disinfect and wipe everything down, or let you do that before they leave and upon their return. And do the same also for, inspectors and appraisers, like I said. The videos, video conferencing is having I've decided the real winners in coronavirus time are dogs, because now their people are home with them all day, and video conferencing are the winners in this whole thing. So some things you can do by video. I've heard there's some places that are doing virtual inspections now. If the buyers do insist on being present for inspections, I encourage just one of the buyers being there. Virtual final walkthroughs, if that's okay. Virtual settlements in locations that allow. And with this being online, please make sure and encourage your clients to take all the necessary safety precautions so that their data is not taken by people doing malicious things. Always call to make sure a number that you already have on hand to ensure that everything is confirmed in emails. And tell your clients, reputable settlement companies are not going to be asking for you to email them your social security number or email them your bank account number. They don't do that for your safety. And start thinking about possibilities. I mean, I made this presentation last week, and already the guidelines are changing, because Maryland came out with those new guidelines. Was it Monday, Maggie, that they did? I think. So just, you got to be limber. You got to be the boxer on your feet, you know, ready to move in any direction. Settlement companies are very much aware of how scary this time is, and they are taking some very strict cautions. That's Mark Lipman up there. Many of you might know him from Schulman Rogers, and he was, you know, he's wearing the mask and he's got the gloves on. And I asked him today if he was preparing for surgery or for a settlement, and that's just how things are. And Leslie Childs, many of you also know her from Village Settlements. She just sent this lovely, very personal email to her contacts. And I just thought it was an excellent example of reminding people, yes, we're still in business. We're taking every precaution. We're being cautious. We're very much aware. But most importantly is I hope I care about you. And I think that was very nice, and so different than so many of the other emails I've gotten, because I don't know about you, but like, I think I've heard from every company I've ever done business with, and they've sent me this generic, we care about you during this time. And it's so generic and so, it just, I just automatically delete it. I mean, I really do not care what, you know, Home Depot is doing right now. I appreciate that they care about me, but really, I don't think so. So if you're going to send these emails, make sure they're personal. Okay. This is the time, and this is, you know, if you've ever been to one of these sessions, how much I believe staying connected with your clients, especially your past clients, is so important, because it so much builds your business. What you're doing now is laying groundwork for the future, so that when we come out of this, you want to have that stronger base, and you want to be, when people think of you, they think of you as the realtor that's going to help them no matter what, and the realtor that cares about them. And so normally I recommend 5 handwritten notes a day, and instead I'm up in that recommendation to 10, especially if your business is a little slow right now. Up that amount. Individual notes, from a place of caring and concern. This is normally, I'm all about ask for the business, ask for the business, ask for the business. I like beat it into everybody, but this is not the time for that. I don't think this is the time, but do include a business card in there. Call 13 people from your database a day, at least. Check in. Don't forget to mention that you're still working, and talk about maybe some of the new and innovative ways you're doing things. Obviously, if they're telling you they lost their, you know, they just lost their job, listen, that's your job there, to listen and connect and care. Some other things you could do, write notes of encouragement to local businesses, especially restaurants owners and bar owners. They're suffering right now, many of them, and they just need some encouragement. And think about, they come in a lot of contact with a lot of people every day. And if they're known, if you're known as the person who cared about them and checked in on them, one day you might be the one you could become their referral person, because people talk. Be a connection. If you go to, if you do get takeout, post on social media that the food was amazing. If someone makes you a mask, a handmade mask, thank them publicly. If you're getting food from a local farm, talk about it. Show the great bounty. Just be the light here. And people will associate you with positivity and caring. And people do business with people they that they like. Obviously, you're a great realtor. You wouldn't be where you are today if you weren't. So be the great realtor. There's a lot of great realtors out there. Distinguish yourself by being the caring and concerned realtor too. I've seen this by several realtors. It was kind of a thing more like 2 weeks ago, but I know more and more people, the reality of getting low on food is becoming more a reality now, because now is when they're starting to not get those paychecks. And so several people posted, you know, if you're having trouble getting food, send me a private message, no judgment, and I'll get you some food. And even if you just drop off a loaf of bread and a jar of peanut butter and some jelly, you know, you're going to make a big impact in somebody's life, and it doesn't cost you anything. And it just, you're known for that. And you're going to be known, and they're going to be known as, this is a person who actually cares about me. And so I encourage you to maybe consider putting that as a Facebook status of yours, and following up and really doing that. I know I've done it. Nobody's asked me for food yet, but you can. And I hope that somebody does reaching out. Other things. I think there's some real benefits to this whole time, which seems weird, I know, but I think there really are some benefits. Necessity is the mother of invention. You know, we can't do things the old way right now. Can't. And so we're going to have to find new ways to do things. And I think some really cool things are going to come out of this. I think suddenly a lot of people aren't comfortable with technology. We're going to get comfortable with technology just because you're forced to. We're going to find new ways to do marketing online, and hey, less travel. So you're spending less money on gas. There's that. You know, other ways, you know, you're going to find ways to meet, innovative ways to meet clients' needs. Like suddenly it's not going to be a big deal if you have a client moving from out of state or from another country here, because you're going to have all these tools at your disposal and be familiar with them. So you're going to be great at showing these houses virtually. And we're going to get creative, like I said. So what do you need right now? And I come from this one, place of caring. Let me know. Send me a message, a private message in chat, or send me an email after this, and Jeff and I will follow up with you. I mean, do you just want somebody to connect with you right now? Do you need more ideas for a specific thing? Just let us know, because we really do care. We don't say this just lightly, and that's because what you're supposed to say. We really do care about you, all of us here on the team. You're more than just a realtor to us. You are a person that matters to us. And so know that we really do care about you. So let us know what you need, and we want to help. Software that you can use right now. I've done several sessions on prior about this software, but I'm just going to run through these real quick in case you need a reminder now, because some gets a lot more relevant for you. Phone Burner or Mojo, mojosells.com. These allow you to put in a big stack of numbers, and it will dial automatically for you, so that you can call a lot more people a lot faster. Slide Broadcast. This allows you to record a voicemail, and one time you record your voicemail, and it can send out to many, many people at the same time. And so that could be a voicemail. Maybe it's, hey, I just wanted you to let you know, hey, this is Jennifer. Do you remember I'm your realtor, and I just wanted to let you know I'm caring about you and thinking about you during this time. This is my number. Give me a call back if there's anything I can do to help you. FaceTime, you can do virtual meetings there, and WhatsApp, same thing. That works well. BombBomb is a great video software. It offers a lot more features than just like recording a video and sending it in an email. And we have found it really effective. It does some fun things, like it'll show you like a short preview. Just lots of fun things. I recommend checking it out, exploring. It starts, I believe, at $14 a month with a 2-week trial. So try it for 2 weeks, see if it works for you, and if you like it, then go for it. If not, well, that was a fun 2-week trial. You know, use this time right now to explore new things and see what works. If you don't have your database up, this is the time to get your database up. If you need some help making calls, there are a lot of servers right now that are not working. And one thing waiters and waitresses do, they can connect with people quickly, can't they? They can talk to people, they connect with people. This is a great time to hire some of these, hire somebody to help you out. And if you need somebody to like fix your database and get your database updated, great. There are a lot of college students out right there. College students have to, this technology is native to them. They know this. They can fix an Excel sheet. They can put your data in. And college students, they generally work for pretty cheap. And so you can finally get that database of yours organized or uploaded or put together nice. Howard, where are you? Let's see. Howard, can you share the, let me unmute you. Can you unmute yourself? I can't unmute you for some reason. Share us the teleprompting thing you found.
Sure. Well, I just found out about this the other day, and it's pretty awesome. It's called Smart Prompt, and basically it's for teleprompting. And so if you want to feel more professional when you're making a presentation, it has a rolling, you speak, and it has a rolling sort of script right on the screen. So you can look at it. It's just like on TV. But
that's awesome.
Pretty incredible. So it's Smart Prompt, and they have a free 7-day trial, but I think it's like $14 a month or $14.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Check it out.
Because as you know, if you've ever recorded a video and like your thing was off to the screen and you're sitting there looking over here to one side or the other, like maybe somebody like me right now, that is an amazing resource. So thank you for sharing that, Howard.
You're welcome.
Text Magic, Text Magic allows you to write one text one time and then send it out to a bulk of people, but it doesn't look like you're sending it out to 10 people at once. Like, so everybody doesn't get every number, and then you suddenly don't end up in like a group text situation, because that's just weird and awkward for everybody. But you can send, that one text, and then they respond right back to you. And then Zoom, which we're on now, if you are unfamiliar with Zoom and this is like your first Zoom call and you don't know how to run these meetings, or you don't know that, you've got some questions, I'll be glad to help you. I've been doing a few now, and so I can help you troubleshoot some things. But there's lots of great tutorials out there and such, and I'd love to help you. Anybody else have any other great software that they're using right now? That's just that you found or discovered, maybe just before this or after? Anybody want to share great software? Okay. If you think of something, let me know and I'll share it. To wrap things up, and don't panic. When you're operating from panic, it is never good, because you go back into to do some psychology, you go back into your reptile brain and you're fighting and flighting, fight or flight, versus being able to do this brain, which is where you do your big thinking and your creativity. So I encourage you to find a way to put away that fear and come into the place of creativity and be the light. Be consistent. This is the time to keep working, keep at it, keep calling, keep making those connections, because what you do now is going to determine what your business is like this fall and this winter and whenever in the future. Be safe. Call as much as possible. People are desperate for connections, and so I would even, before I said call here and use videos, video call is actually probably the most ideal, because it's the closest you can come right now to a face-to-face meeting with people. Like I said, don't send another generic "we care about you" email. If you're going to send an email, make it personal. Be kind, be safe, stay in the game, stay connected, use technology, and express gratitude to those that are helping you. Any questions or that you have today, or anything else you want to throw out there as a comment? Jeff, where did Jeff go? Jeff, can you turn yourself on? Because I imagine some people might have questions for you as well.
I'm available. Anybody have any questions for me?
How are the rates right now? And
I knew that question was going to come.
yeah,
You know what? It's actually, in my opinion, it's much better than it was like over a week ago. Stabilized a little bit more. Things are changing daily versus weekly, or I'm sorry, it's actually changing throughout the day versus just daily. But I think it's more positive than negative now. So what we're seeing in the market is what's called those jumbo markets. Jumbo loans are readily not available, which is a concern what Adam and myself are doing is we're doing first and second loans. First loan to be in the Fannie Mae limit, and then doing a second loan, which actually works out pretty darn close to just having one loan. So that's a cool solution. And then what we're seeing is conforming loan rates are coming down. Standard Fannie Mae rates, the market has a little bit more stability, confidence, so that those are coming down. Rates, probably seeing those in any, depending on the situation, anywhere from the high 3s to the mid 3s on a straight 30-year fix without any additional fees. And then FHA, I know the guidelines are becoming a little bit more restrictive. Probably, I think a 640 credit score minimum is what most lenders are requiring now, but they're still out there and very viable. So that's a really quick idea of what's going on with the market. There's a lot more that I know, and if you want to reach out to me, I'd be glad to speak to any of you about that.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions? Anybody? Adam, did you have something you want to add, or? Oh, okay. You looked like you had something to add. I'll just say sincerely, once again, we thank you. We appreciate your time. We look forward to helping you through this time. And if you have any specific questions afterwards, happy to help. And just shoot me an email, or Jeff an email, or a text, or at this point, bat signal. We'll even answer to that. But thank you for spending this time with us, and we look forward to connecting again. If you have a specific subject you would like us to cover in our next class, which we're going to try to do online again in a month, let me know, because otherwise we're going to go with our regular schedule. But if you have a specific corona-related class idea that you have, let me know, and we'll put something together to answer your needs. So have a great day, and thank you for your time, and enjoy your home offices.
You too.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Later.
you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good night or day.
I'm so starting out. I have to go to the house.
Patience, I'll give you a call in a second here.
Okay.
Okay, let's go here. And meeting.